Hello everybody, it's the Harbinger, this is Wingspan on Steam, and this is our opening hand. These are some good options. Bushtit is a great option for us not having to go to the grasslands in the early stages to gain additional eggs. It can also go in the actual grasslands later when we, if we want to do that sort of thing. We can also do the same thing with Wet for the Swift, but I prefer to do it in the habitat where we can also gain cards. So I think we're happy for that. It's also great as it's a star nest, and 3 of the round angles care about nests in different shapes and forms, and the star nests just count for everything there, and he can easily gain eggs. So this is a great opener. Now, what do we pair this with? There are some good cards in the tray as well. Yellow-bellied sapsucker isn't that great in its own, but it's gonna give additional food. In the base game, birds that produce additional food are very important to get the hand of, as it's much harder to get that additional food production in this game here. I feel tempted to go for something like this. The bad thing about Bushtit is that it's very expensive on food. So if I want to keep, it's not expensive, but it's costly. It costs 2 food. And specific food is hard to come by in this game here. So I think if we want to play out this guy, we do want to pick that up before we play the Bushtit, which I think is also a fine thing to do. Bird counter, when we have the Bushtit, is just already 2 additional points from there, and it also makes it easier to accept we are going for such a playstyle. We could also do Wildlife Gardener, but I just think it's going to be easier to find 3 more bird counter birds than it's going to be to find that I also want to play, and to guarantee to get more Wildlife Gardener birds I want to play. We need 5 more of them to gain the same thing as 3 more of these birds do. So yeah. Okay, so we're picking up this guy ASAP, since he is going to give us the additional food we need back to play out this guy. And after that, we are just going to try to find a secondary bird we want to play in the wetlands, and then it's gonna be good. I'm gonna take the grain. I think grain is more typical than the cherries and other stuff we need for wetlands birds, and the sapsucker already produces worms for us. So yeah, the gray catbird is interesting here. Then we can double activate the Bushtit if we want to. We can double cycle cards down the line if we want to do that. In general, I just like this card, but for now we need a card we can tuck to the Bushtit, so we can continue to draw additional cards until we know what we want to pick up. Yeah, we are gonna do this. House Finch, awesome. That's a card I want. Okay, we're gonna cycle you, and we are getting the food we need to play this guy, which is this cherry. And another vertebrae. Awesome. And then we need to decide, do we want the gray catbird or not? Because it's gonna be gone in next turn. I do like the bird, but it's a lot better in European expansion and Oceania, when they can hit the really powerful birds that give you 5 and 3 points every activation. In this game, its best thing to hit is probably the Bushtit. Yeah, we pick it up. And actually we also are gonna eat another egg since we are picking it up. Brewer's Blackbird. Yeah, you're gonna get eaten, boy, because we already have a double one in the habitat where we are actually getting the cards. Okay, I'm starting to get a good Mockingbird. It's basically the gray catbird. It's just easier to play. Oh, I'm gonna play out the house finch first, just because it's so bad to only draw the single additional card every time. And now we can do this. Hooded Warbler, Yellow-headed Blackbird. We don't need two of you, so I'm gonna cycle you to pick up the Northern Mockingbird, and we are gonna sack the 2 copying birds. I think might be a little bit excessive, but then again, we also might want to. We also might get another thing we could very much love to copy. Just imagine getting the Raven and these 2 bad boys here. That is gonna be sick. That's almost a Raven. It's not though, but we are gonna live the dream if that happens. Anyways, we should go over here and pick up some more food. So that's why I took some more cards, because then we can afford to also get a 3rd food while we are here. It's so expensive to... Okay, I'm just gonna play you out for more food than you should cost. And then we can continue to look for the birds we really want to see here. Oh, free cherries. Yes, and thank you. Yes, and thank you. Okay, let's just dig for the dream here. The dream being a raven. Or specifically the common raven, since that's the only one that can be played outside the grasslands. Could also play the tree swallow, but there is no reason to play this thing, since this thing does the same thing as this thing, since it can already copy the house finch. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's just try just once more. Killdeer. Yeah, Killdeer doesn't work on precisely this board, since Killdeer wants to pull cards from the grasslands, not pull cards in the wetlands. Mississippi Crate gets eaten. I guess there's the point of this guy also being a bird counter bird, but I don't count that just now. Let's see. Let's take Cassin Sparrow here as well. That way we can... no vertebrae for you! Okay, take another cherry then. Then we can play the Grey Catbird pretty easy, play the Spotted Owl, get more bonus cards. And it's starting to run out of time to find the Raven in a timely manner, so that we can be really happy about that. I guess we're closer to Grey Catbird than we are to the other thing there. Ooh, vertebrates. 40 bells for Rio. Find some more bonus cards we might want to play. But before that, let's go over here. Let's do double Bushtits. this time. Since then we can play out a Grey Catbird next turn and get lots of more cards. Now we can, in theory, get 6 points a turn on this guy for a limited time, as long as... There is the Raven. It's the wrong Raven, but the Raven is there. Has the opponent played the Raven there? No, they haven't. I'm getting excited again. We might actually do it. Of course, we might. Of course, we're not gonna do it. But there is that possibility that it might happen. It's a dream. The dream. Franklin Gold. Both the Killdeer and the Franklin Gold the same game. And we don't care to play either. And the Raven there. We've seen 3 out of the 4 really good birds. Yeah, and if we get it now, it's actually not gonna be that good. Because we are not gonna have enough time left in the game to actually play out enough birds for it to be worth playing out the Raven if we get it. So yeah, we probably just play out the Trumpeter Swan is good for us. We can play it with the food we already have. It's a 9-pointer. Oh, we love that. Okay. And then we do something like that. And we do something like this. And we do something like that. It's gonna be one of the games where the house finch gets maybe gets the most things tucked in a base game ever. Okay, let's see what the final bonus card we are going for is. Yeah, food bag. A food bag expert is totally fine here. In theory, we could go for Prairie Manager if we can find one of the plain-old birds that counts for that. But then we have to get precise food. This is already 2 points. So happy about that. Then we are playing the Trumpeter Swan. And then I think we are just focusing on activating the Bushtit maximum amount of times. I guess there is a possibility for us to maybe play out something more than land. This is a 6-pointer. We should have that in mind. We have a 6-pointer on board. We can play with the food we already have. We can also do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points quite a lot of times. And a few of these times we can even do 6 and 7. So let's just do that for now. Okay, now this guy is competing with now this guy can be played for 6 points, while this can be activated for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. So I believe that's gonna be the correct choice here. I guess we can also... let's see. We can play this guy for 1 point. And it's gonna give 2 more points on Food Web Expert, which is 3. 2 more points on Bird Counter, which is 5. It's still worse than the Fish Crow. It just feels better because it gives us 4 more points on these bonus cards. Let's do the better play though, which is the Fish Crow. And that's that game. That was a weird game. Weird game. I don't think it worked out too well for us. I think we spent too much time drawing very few resources because we wanted to activate the Bushtit. So we basically gained a single point to gain one more resource instead of focusing on building up our stuff. And I think that's gonna cost us quite a lot of points here. We do have a lot of tucked cards. 94 points. Yeah, it's. I mean, it's always refreshing to see a base game where you never activate the grasslands the entire game and you almost hit 100. But yeah, we could probably have piloted this a little bit better if we had paid more attention to what we're trying to do. And just for starters, we had Bushtit from the opening hand, so it was very tempting to go for a no grasslands game. But there are three round end goals here that wants you to spread eggs around, and when you're doing this kind of thing where you are activating the Bushtit for your eggs and only that guy, we are kind of forcing ourselves to get second place in all of these, and we lost out on 9 potential points for ourselves here, and that's even 9 points we could have stolen from the opponent. So that's an 18-point swing we allowed ourselves to lose because we wanted to go for a no grasslands game when we saw from the beginning that the round end goals clearly advised that we shouldn't do that. Yeah, that's some food for thought, and hopefully you have learned something as well. At least I did learn a little bit about the game after analyzing this one here. And with that, I want to say thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy the Wingspan series, please consider subscribing if you want to show your support, and liking the video and commenting also counts for that as well, of course. Thank you guys for watching. It's been Harbinger. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.